Alright, what's up guys? I just wanted to make a little video today doing a little bit of stuff on the Mustang. I got a little bit of stuff done on the other side, and the reason it's taking forever is because like this eBay kit's just hacked. The manifold on that side only has like 4 out of the 6 bolts in it because you can't even get the casting so bad on these eBay manifolds. You can't even like get the head of the bolt to turn. So I'm gonna have to run it with like not all the bolts, and that's pretty hacked. And then like over here, this side's pretty much set up. Like I got all the exhaust done because before like it was just sitting here without gaskets in it. So I had to take it all apart and put gaskets in it, and everything's all tightened up. But these V-bands are junk. Can't see, and so we got the pivoting option here, I guess. How you doing? But so anyways, these V-bands are junk because it's tightened down all the way, but I don't think it's supposed to do that. But besides that, this like hot side's really done. The oil drain on this side's already ran. I need the oil feed, which is another problem that I'm struggling with, but otherwise this side's pretty much done. And I need to hook up the spark plug wires. But yeah, down in here there's, I guess I'm just missing one header bolt on this side, but some of them aren't tight because I can't get anything on there. I've tried wrenches, opened in and closed in, and I've tried a ratchet, and I just can't get anything on some of them. So it's like only half tight, pretty hacked, but it's an eBay kit, so I don't know what I expected. So I kind of just decided that I'm not gonna like stress out over this kind of stuff because I was trying to figure out what I was gonna do before, and I figured screw it, I'm gonna just throw it together and see what happens now. Like right here, this is pretty hacked from my booger welds, but it's pinching the downpipe on enough. But so I need to clock this other turbo, the compressor side or whatever side it's called, to face down because it's gonna sit like that. So I need this to face directly down, I think. So I'm going to do that and then put the gaskets on for this. Probably put the downpipe on for this. Maybe hook up spark plug wires. Just do some odds and ends. But yeah. And see, this problem's V-band has the same side. And see, this problem's V-band has the same side. Like, it's as tight as it'll go, but it just like pivots on there. I don't think that's supposed to happen, but maybe it is. I don't know. I mean, it's like tight, but I'm just worried it's gonna leak some, but fuck it. So I gotta start by clocking this. Those are probably 14 mil.
You cut whatever you don't like.
And another thing is like, I didn't get this turbo kit to like seriously build this engine and try to like really make power with it. I just got it because I got into a car accident in this car, and I only paid $700 for the car in the first place. And after the car accident, it wasn't my fault, and I got cashed out like a few grand, so I got my money back off the car, and I figured I might as well buy an eBay turbo kit to see, just kind of see how they like last, see how these turbos work and stuff, and I figured it'd be good content for YouTube. But really after this, like, I don't expect this engine to last long or make the power that I want, so I plan on going with an LS swap, but that's like in the future. They'll probably take like a year like this did. But then I'll actually be able to make big power with like a 5.3 liter or a 6 liter. I really want a 6 liter, but if I can't find it, I'll have to settle for a 5.3 liter. Hello? Nothing, I'm in the garage. Yeah. Alright, I just clocked this turbo, the compressor side or whatever, so that it'll face down. I need to find the gasket that sits on that flange. I have no clue where it is. This garage is kind of a mess. I can't wait to get this car out of here and be able to clean that. I have no clue where that gasket would be. I don't really want to run this one, but I'm about to. On the other side, I ran on the other side I ran this type gasket. On the other side I ran this type gasket for the dump pipe and like the T4 flange or whatever kind of flange it is, T3, I don't even know. And I have this, but I don't really want to use this one. This one kind of looks like junk. But if I can't find the other one, I'm going to have to use this. So, BRB. But looks like we're gonna run this metal piece of shit. Where did I even put it? And I had to go buy some random bolts because the kit it was missing a few. Gotta do a slight modification to this one like I did to the other one before I put it on. There we go. Don't really want to rep the JDM Sport JDM, whatever it is.
You didn't give me enough time to focus on it.
Junk. See, it says T3 T4 57. Now it's got a serial number. Put it. All right. I lost that bolt I just had. Should put this drain on here before, probably. Before I put it on. Drain, flange, drain, whatever you want to call it. Just the drain fitting, I guess. Alright, well this is like the problems I've been running into. So now I don't have bolts to put the drain fitting on the turbo for some reason. I had some for the other side, but there's none to this side. I could have lost them, but it might have not even came with them. So I'm about to use the ones that are made to hold the wastegate on, I guess, and then I'll have to get new bolts again. So that kind of sucks, but little gasket, probably should fucking use some sealant on it, but I don't have any. Guess we'll find out. And if anybody knows if you can run like the wastegate without vacuum pressure, just to run it off the wastegate spring alone, let me know, because I don't really want to have to hook up vacuum lines to the wastegates if I can just run it off of the spring. Junk. What the fuck? See, and these thread in really hard, and I had that problem on the other side, and I came to the conclusion that it was actually because like these holes in this drain aren't drilled far enough apart, so they kind of bind up. Because it's that quality eBay. Try some leaf like a filter. Okay, now I might be ready to put this on here. Dirt.
I'm there. It's not even there.
That's such an awkward way to grab it. Oh, I'm gonna smash my finger in bed. Technical difficulties, I don't think this turbo's fit. Nobody does. No. Son of a bitch. So yeah, it looks like I'm gonna actually have to clock the turbo a little bit, but I'm about to just leave it on like this for now. Maybe hook up some spark plug wires, figure out the firing order. I know it sucks. I just want it to be done. I gotta figure out the oil feed, because if you come over here, this, I even bought a little line for it right here. It's the same size as, it came with two lines, two feed lines, and I got the same size line because the oil pressure port is down there, that little bronze thing. I don't know if you can see that. But anyway, that little bronze thing is where I need to get the oil from. And at first it came with this like to put in there, but there's no way that that's fitting in there. So I got this to go like this. And then I could put this in there and then feed the, like to one turbo to the other, and hook up my oil pressure sensor still. But this is just junk and I can't get in there because my hand's too big. And the only way to like get this bracket off right here is to pull the power steering pump. And to pull the power steering pump on this Ford, you need a special tool, which I'm too lazy to get. So yeah, I'm either gonna have to eventually get that, because I'm not gonna be able to like get this in here how I want to. Because I've tried like this, just kind of snaking it in there, and that doesn't work. And then besides that, I found out that there's a port at the bottom of the oil filter, but I don't know much about it, so I might use that if I can look into that a little bit more. But gotta put these studs on this turbo for the fucking up pipe. And I have to extend the O2 sensors still, because they were originally pretty short and like by the oil pan. So I'll have to do that. There's just a lot of little stuff to do, little nitpicky stuff that I'm just not motivated and too lazy to do. Just a lot of junk that I have to like figure out and hack together to make work. Like, look at this power steering line trying to sit on the turbo. Who needs it? Pretty sure if you go back to the old videos when I first started this was not that corroded. Putting these studs in though for the dump pipe like on the other side. Up pipe, hood dump, whatever you want to call it.
You hold it up. You hold it up.
Okay, well I'm a hack and I lost one of the studs, so it looks like it's just gonna have 4 studs on it so I can find that other one. Right now I'm just tightening the spark plugs because they were just in hand tight. Probably gonna tighten them, hook up the wires, call it a day. I feel like I didn't really get much done until this thing's gone, but it's whatever. Let me know if I can get to this one. Need an extension and some wobblies. Bless you. I hate using these wobbly things because they always like make the ratchet like bind up if it's too much of an angle. Not getting much done there. Maybe I can use another extension on that.
There's a fly just chilling on the camera. He was just hanging out.
What a prick. And for those of you who are into the Grand Prix, ordered a bunch of maintenance stuff. If you know anything about 3800s, the lower intake manifold gasket goes out because it's like plastic and junk, and the deck's cool, which is the kind of coolant GM uses, like ruins it. So I ordered metal lower intake manifold gaskets for it, the supercharger gasket, radiator hose because I had the upper blow out a few weeks ago, so I had to change the upper. I got a 180 degree thermostat because it comes 190 and that's like the car runs too hot, so it's a pretty common thing to do. Valve cover gaskets, I think that's it. So kind of a top end rebuild besides the head gaskets and whatnot. Oh, that sounds good. Probably good enough when it starts popping, even though this seems really loose. See, that's why these angle things are junk, and that's why I should have did this before I put that turbo on. See, I can only get a few turns on it before it lines up. Right there. Readjust this. If you're wondering why there's tape on here, it's because these get worn out pretty quick, so without the tape it just flops around, so the tape kind of gives it a little stability. But I think that's for as good as I'm going to get it. Still doesn't seem very good. What the hell? I don't know. There we go. Maybe. I can't tell. Improves. Okay. Whoops. So I guess now I'm gonna figure out the firing order, put the spark plugs on, probably call it a day.
According to what?
According to this, this is what I got for the return line on the other side. It's just heater hose. I know it's gonna like get soft and whatever, but I wasn't about to spend a bunch on hydraulic hose or whatever. Anyways, on the coil packs it's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 4. That's weird. And then the cylinders are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 1. Still got the AC. Street car. Alright, let's see, which one did you go? This is for number 2 apparently. Which one is it? Is it this guy? Oh, it's fucking... Need like those spark plug pliers. Shove these on. Fuck. I don't know why I can't get these on all the way, so then this should be 3. And so it's hanging out right by cylinder 3. This is gonna be the only one I can get on. There's no room in here. Yeah, see that one's snapped on. This one's not on. I don't know if that's on. It's not, I don't think. Anyways, let's keep putting these on. I ain't got time for it. So then. Alright, so then this is number 4, and this front cylinder is number 4. I messed up this dipstick. It's like bolted up, because usually they bolt up to the block or whatever. It's bolted up how it should be. Actually, now that I remember it, I think I broke a tab off. That's supposed to bolt up to where the headers go. And then the middle cylinder is 5, I believe.
It's really dark when I zoom in.
Wait, that shows this being 5. Which would be this one, so that's right. Yeah. Oh, sorry if you guys can't see anything. I'm just hooking up the spark plugs. Got an amateur behind the camera.
Shut up.
I got a new camera, by the way. If you can't tell, it's pretty nice. The quality shots of me not doing work on the Mustang. Everyone gets so mad and they're like, what's going on with the Mustang? And it's like just sitting here like not getting work done. I'm just lazy and
Slowly
not
but
motivated.
surely.
Yeah, it's getting done. It's just taking a while because I'm a hack and I gotta hack this all together. Alright, well, spark plugs kind of on. And like, see, I got these and I need to really vent these, like, I don't know if this is for the PCV or just like a valve cover vent, but like you can get those little filters, but it's like 20 bucks and I'm not trying to spend 40 bucks for each side, so I don't know, stuff for rag in it or something, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Do something. Sorry I didn't get a lot done today, at least I got some done. I don't know what's up with this turbo not really fitting. I could take off some of this fan shroud and make it fit probably. I'll probably just end up having to clock it a little bit more. They need oil feeds. I could hook up this oil drain, but if I'm gonna have to reclock it, I'm gonna have to take it back off. Probably gonna have to rent a puller to pull that power steering pulley. And I don't know. Some people say like cars will start without the MAF. Some people say that they won't, or that they'll run like shit. Here's the MAF. So I need to somehow get this. Let's see, which way does it flow? Airflow. To like kind of set up like this or something, so then I can start it up. Once I get the oil lines hooked up and the serpentine belt on, then I can start it up. Check everything out, see if it's a piece of junk, and then after that I can hook up the intercooler piping. But that's the next issue. Like I was saying, they sent me like hacked stuff, like wrong size, that's not the right size, that's the same coupler, these are way too small. I don't know, and like I don't think they really sent the right piping for it. Like how the hell are you gonna get this to work unless it goes like that? I don't know. I might honestly have to order like an eBay intercooler, like a universal one, and make my own, make it work. But I don't want to put too much money into this because I might just be scrapping it soon. Like, well, not scrapping it, but you know. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I appreciate you guys staying subscribed when I'm useless and not making videos. I'll try and put up a video soon, but whenever I say that, I end up not doing it. I need to get on like a schedule and just keep uploading. But thanks for watching. Make sure I like, comment, and subscribe.